want to come in and sit down, or you don't have to, but we have plenty of seats. Okay, our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. And let's see, I'm going to ask Mr. Settle if he'll lead us in the pledge. From right there. You don't have to come up front.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. It's nothing like short notice, huh? Okay, so at this time, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Okay, on the agenda, it looks like on the front page, we're good. The first page, I should say. Second page, down under employment, we have struck number 9 and number 10. They'll come back to us at a later date. I'm assuming that probably either nobody bid or the bids aren't complete. And then on the third page, out-of-county applications for the 26-27 school year.
Bless you.
We're going to strike those this evening, and they'll come back to us at a later date. And then under number 5, we have we're going to rescind a transfer of an employee for the next school year. Did I miss anything? Okay, were there any questions about those changes? Here none, we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to recognitions. We have several recognitions tonight, which is great. But the first one is the Wirt County High School first place winner for the West Virginia ABC Control Administration No School Spirits Public Service Announcement Contest. Mr. McCown.
So last year, we had a strong showing in this contest with our student group. And Mr. Benson, it was third place last year. And we did get a big cardboard check last year, but I'm happy to say that this group of students put forth another showing this year and won first place in the entire state. And they've got the big cardboard check for $5,000 to prove it. So I'll turn things over to Mr. Benson and let him talk about his class and what they've accomplished this year.
Thank you so much. It's really an honor to have the opportunity to speak to you guys tonight. They put a lot of hard work and effort into this. The No School Spirits competition, as you might remember from last year, is an opportunity for schools across the state to create video PSAs, commercials essentially, to promote the idea of why students should not be engaged in underage drinking and the consequences that can come from that. A lot of times you'll see videos about cars or sports or other types of ways that their life could be negatively impacted from drinking. Our director this year, Sophia Wan, took a slightly different approach, and out of the 350-odd individuals who were involved in entries to things, if I remember the numbers correctly, they came home with the gold. Their PSA is now running on TV stations across the state and in the tri-state region on different channels, Peacock and a lot of other places. Plus, they cut a radio commercial as well, which is also airing in various places. And so I'm going to let each of them just introduce themselves by name and what they did. This is not the entire team, but this is who was able to come out here. You were sound.
I was the audio behind it all. I was also a small part in it in the filming.
Great. Sophie?
I'm Sophia Wan, I'm really alcoholics.
You say you were an alcoholic.
Hi, Sophie. No, that's the wrong meeting. Sorry. And in fact, we have the video to show you here this evening, the 1-minute video. So if you don't mind, I'll play it right now for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go.
Are you okay? Is she okay to drive?
Don't worry, I'll take good care of her. Good care of her. Good care of her.
Okay, thank you so much, and we're looking forward. She's already got plans for next year.
So, Doc Benson, could you talk about the award money and how your group is planning to put that to use?
Absolutely. The award money is being used for some significant upgrades to lighting, to film production equipment, to really step up the game of what we're teaching our students about what life is like in the new video and media production environment. They're also using it to go and visit on-site with professionals. We've actually taken one small trip already with several of the actors to WBOY studios. We have a larger event going to be taking place where they're actually going to have an opportunity to interact with industry professionals who learn day-to-day operations with them firsthand. And so we're really thrilled about what these funds are going to do.
All right.
Let's, you know, a cardboard check is good for like one thing, and that's for a picture, right? So let's get a picture with a big check.
Okay. I want to see over there, others.
Get somewhere where you can write something.
I probably don't have to stoop.
Go. If you can see her, you're all right.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Thank you.
Yay, production meeting outside.
Okay, the next group that we're going to recognize is Wirt County High School award-winning band. They received a superior rating at adjudication. Mr. McCown.
So, I'm very thrilled that the high school band once again got a superior rating. So, I've invited Mrs. French in, and you want to talk a little bit about your season and then capping it off with the rating that you got.
Sure. Put some notes in because my brain is scattered right now into the year. Well, I guess to start the season, our season was pretty well in the fall. We had a pretty strong upperclassmen group, and that again trickled down to our underclassmen. And although this rating is for the high school band, I just also want to say the middle school received an overall rating of a 2, which is just as good. We just have some minor improvements to make. But yeah, this year our high school band scored an overall 1 for our 3rd year in a row. There are 3 judges at the adjudication site, and they will each give a rating. All 3 judges gave us a rating as number 1. And what that means is it represents the finest conceivable performance for the event and worthy of distinction of being recognized as among the very best. Their remarks would generally be marked as an A grade in categories like dynamics, technique, articulation, balance. So maintaining that is not easy, especially whenever we miss so much school due to snow and everything. And when you hear like the rating of a 1, you think it was a perfect performance. I always tell my kids that doesn't exist. There's not a perfect performance. And there were things that happened that day that normally don't happen in rehearsal, and they can agree on that. But I think it just proves again the talent that my kids have, and I'm just happy to share that. And I feel like they were represented well.
So it's really fantastic to get a superior rating one time, but to get superior rating 3 years in a row just shows the outstanding commitment that the kids have, and you don't get that without them practicing a lot.
You have several band members here, right?
A couple, yeah.
Yeah, why don't they stand up, guys? You can stand up and either Mrs. French can introduce you, or you can introduce yourself. Don't be shy. Come on forward. You guys are performers.
Oh, I'm Chloe Davis. I play clarinet.
I am Gregory Broadman III, and I play section.
Very good. Now, I also think did you have some that made honor band too? Did I read that somewhere? They might not be here.
Recently Greg went to an honor band.
I got from
Good deal.
Third chair jazz. We don't have a jazz band. He signed up for a solo. He did really well. So that was fun this weekend.
Congratulations. That's great. Guys,
I have a question. Of all this success, is it showing in the amount of kids that's wanting to go into band now?
I think so. I was doing my program for a spring concert, and of course, in a perfect world, if everybody stays in band next year, my 7th and 8th grade group, I should have 37 in total. And that's the highest it's been since I've been here. So, but I'm trying to maintain around like 30. I feel like we're doing good on that.
Yeah.
So any ideas what next year's field show is going to be, or you're not giving any hints?
Yes.
It's going to be a surprise.
I'll tell you, I live across, well, Mr. Stewart does too. We both live across the river there from Camp Barb, and we enjoy listening at the beginning of the week to the end of the week and watch that progression. And, you know, first you just hear little pieces of the show, and then at the end of you stand out there and listen, you can hear the show then. It's pretty cool. Let's get a picture. Come on up. You want to use the chat?
I love it now. Turn around backwards.
Congratulations, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
Good work. Okay, now we have Math Field Day winners. Ms. McAllen.
So I am not sure if any of our Math Field Day folks here.
One.
Okay, yes. So we have Jude Walker, Sophia Riley, Cameron Garcia, and am I missing one?
Those are the 3 that placed at the regional level, and then some of our other county winners.
What, would you, Mrs. Thays, would you come up and introduce who I don't want to miss anybody.
My name is Ms. Stace. I'm the 8th grade math teacher, and I help coordinate Math Field Day at the middle school. So we have some of our county level winners. We have Sophia Riley from 7th grade.
Step on up, Sophie.
We have Archer Settle from 7th grade. We have Marley
come
Monington.
right up to the podium.
You guys want to hear? Marley Monington from 5th grade and Charlotte Days from 4th grade this year that are here to represent our Math Field Day winners. So this year was one of our best years at our regional level for our students. We had 3 students place at the regional level, which is amazing. Sophia went on to the state competition. She placed 3rd at the region and went on to compete and represent not only our county, but our region at the state competition in April. They were wonderful. I'm really happy with how they did.
You had some really neat T-shirts too, didn't you?
Oh, yes. We had our Math Aura shirts. So we always try. At Math Field Day at the regional level, it's always about who has the best math T-shirt. So we not only go there to compete and represent our county well, but we go there to look good too. So we all had fun with that. So.
Good deal. Guys, that that whole math thing isn't glamorous, but it's great. Okay. I mean, I'm just in awe of you being able to do that. And when I was principal, I would work and help with the Math Field Day, and it truly is to place on the region. It's tough.
We have one of the toughest regions in the state, I believe,
Yes.
in my opinion. But you have Wood County, Pleasant County, Jackson, Tyler, Calhoun, Doddridge, I believe. So they all do very well. They represent the regional or the state level as well. So the fact that we're going there and competing and having winners come out of our county is awesome.
Yeah, and I know Mr. Stewart has been working on a couple of things, maybe to help out and get us even better off, ready for those competitions.
Bless you.
Okay, picture. One picture. These are kids that do math field day, social studies fairs. How many did math field day also, social studies? Science. Yeah, and everything else that kind of thing. Good job, guys. I'm proud of you. It really is a compliment. Good job, guys. Thank you. Okay. And that was, oh no, we got Golden Horseshoe winners. Do we have?
I am not sure that they are here, Mr. Metz.
Do we have Golden Horseshoe winners here? No, okay, we'll get them next
I'll get
time.
them the next go around.
Okay, so now we're down to information. And first one on information or anyone is the FBLA winners and Mr. Isaac Gall. Step right up to the podium, guys.
Well, once again, we came back. We're a couple short of our winners, but we had our state leadership conference in Huntington this year, and you know, FBLA's grown considerably since COVID. COVID had a big year off. It's been a rebuild across the state, and the numbers are growing. This year, we outgrew actually several venues statewide. We're as big as we've been since probably 2018. So. A lot more competition, a lot more people working. You know, I tell these guys there are people everywhere working just as hard as you, and sometimes, you know, that hits us in the mouth a little bit. But these are three of our winners. We have five winners this year that we will be taking to San Antonio, Texas, at the end of June. I want to let them introduce themselves and a little bit about their competitions, and I'll speak for the absentees.
Hi, I'm Bailey Chabot, and I presented with Carrie this year. We are the co-presidents of the chapter, and we competed in two different competitions. The first one we competed in was our local chapter business report. So this was just basically, it was a 17-page paper that we did, and then we also had a presentation just of what all the chapter has completed this year.
And then our second one was hospitality and event management, and for that it was a role play event. And this year Bailey and I are seniors, but it was our first role play event that we have done, and we placed first in that.
Hello, my name is Lucas Kerfman. I am a freshman, currently working as an assistant officer to our current officers. I did personal finance as my objective test, which I did not place in. And I did intro to business presentation for my main presentation. That was about AI's effect in the workforce and whether it was a net positive or a net negative. I ended up finding that it was a net positive overall, but if we become too focused on it and really, if we focus on it too much, then that's going to bite us back in the future because AI has a lot of sustainability problems. I was able to get first in that, and now I'm going to compete in that in Texas and hopefully win. So, yeah.
And you can tell he knows what he's talking about. In other news, to make Ben Cummings very proud, Carrie also got first in agribusiness. So even though she didn't pick FFA in high school, she's been very successful. And I know he's probably proud that his farm girl got first in agribusiness in the state for FBLA. We also have Kelly Sherlock. She is under the weather tonight. She couldn't be with us. She placed first in career portfolio, did an excellent job there, and she also finished up her run as our state parliamentarian. So she was our state parliamentarian, and she gave up her title, did a great job serving in that capacity, representing our school at the state and in several national conferences. We also have Lily Pitts, who's not here. She's representing us. We won again for the 5th time in 6 years. We got the Gold Seal Chapter of Merit, putting us at the top of West Virginia chapters. So it's a lot of, so to do this, there is quarterly 13 objectives you have to complete every three months. And for us to win, we decided we were going to do them all. So over the course of the school year, our officers and chapter did 52 of 52 objectives and did them well. Anything from we did a few business visits to bring in an alumni to speak to us, to just different things like that, having some working with our middle school chapter and stuff. So 52 of 52, I was super proud of them. We've never ran the course like that. And so we got the Gold Seal chapter. Now I expect we will be, in terms of champion chapter, which is a national incentive, they haven't announced that yet, but I expect to be gold level on that again this year for the 4th year, which is top 10 to 15% nationally. So these kids work really hard. I ask a lot of them, and I think sometimes, we butt heads a little bit, but when the deadline comes, I have what I need to submit. So they've done a great job, and the other two with them have done that qualified too, and really everyone did. We had quite a few come in 2nd and 3rd and 4th, and they've worked really hard this year. So and this is one of those things that represents our school outside of sports, and get some recognition, and they've just done a really good job. And everywhere we go, people are very complimentary of Wirt County's behavior compared to some of the other schools that come. So that's important to me. I'm sure it's important to most of you that not only are they very successful, but they are respectful, they're behaving, and just representing us very well. So you would be pleased at their success, but also their behavior. So will everybody that competed get together? Yeah. Well, everyone that got first. We take first place, and so we'll be traveling end of June. Lucas has never flown before, so I'm going to let him sit between these two probably in case he panics. But
So speaking of Mr. Goff, in your letter that's in the board packet, you talked a little bit about some of the costs associated with that.
Sure.
And that's not the board's consideration, but if the board would like, we would put that on the next agenda for the board. Traditionally, if we send FBLA folks to nationals, you all need a little bit of help with that. So you want to speak to that?
And we appreciate the support. And if you're interested, I'll go ahead and make a little pitch. Our bucket and pie auction that we have every year is going to be Saturday here in the gym. Doors open at 4. Tickets at 6. We'll have food. We've got donations and prizes and pies for your sweet tooth. So we do appreciate your support and consideration on that, but also just real proud of these guys, and thank you guys for having us up to kind of talk a little bit.
What time does that start?
The doors open at 4, and you can buy your tickets and drop them in. Then we'll start drawing at 6.
Always a good time.
Thank you, and proud of your hard work.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, let's get a picture. Picture.
We're getting our steps in tonight.
Yeah. That's a good thing. We all match. I've got 6 others since I left the house.
Thank you. Just gotta see if you can get Mr. Lucas there to set a limits for his first trip.
Maybe, yeah.
I got that last year. Last year was my first one.
Okay, we have no delegations this evening, so we're down to the agenda. First, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the April 21st, 2026 reconvened meeting minutes.
So moved.
Any questions or comments on those minutes? Here none, we have motion to approve the minutes of the reconvened meeting of April 21st, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, now we need a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of April 21st, 2026.
So moved.
Any questions, comments, corrections? Here none, we have a motion to approve the April 21st, 2026 regular meeting minutes. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to approve the payment of invoices in the amount of $142,541.87.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
Okay, Mrs. Cummings is at ASBO with the financial folks in training for tonight and the next couple of days. So I do have all of the basket of expenditures, and we'll muddle through as best we can. So for your consideration this evening, we've got 2 runs of expenditures. The first on 4/27/2026, totaling $20,359.52. Noteworthy in this, we have Mon Power for the high school electric bill, and we have UMR dental vision premiums. The last run on 5/5/2026 totals $122,182.35. Noteworthy in this is we've got some HVAC repair, and we've got the West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals, which is the quarterly salary reimbursement for our school-based probation officer. So these 2 runs total $142,541.87.
Any questions about the invoices? Here none, we have a motion to approve the payment of the invoices in the amount of $142,541.87. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the budget supplements in the amount of $11,292. Mr. McCown.
So one supplement for your consideration tonight. It is in the amount of $11,292. And this is state grant funding for the school mapping requirements. And I believe Mr. Smith, the next board meeting, will be bringing some details with that. The legislation passed some school safety things where the schools are going to get mapped. It's going to be put into an electronic format that law enforcement and various agencies can then have an up-to-date digital map of the school. And they did grant us some grant funds to help pay for that. So that's what this $11,292 is.
Any questions on supplements?
That'll be really good.
Any others? Here none, we have a motion to approve budget supplements in the amount of $11,292.00. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we have no budget transfers, so we're down to a WVU extension. Need a motion to approve the WVU extension service FY27 budget in the amount of $16,200.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So typically, if they're asking for some sort of change to their budget, they come and present and speak to you. This is the same as it was the previous year, no changes. So I'm bringing that to you for you to approve that extension budget, same as it was last year in this amount.
Any questions on the extension budget?
Do they have an agent now?
Oh, yes, they do.
Okay.
And her name is not popping in. She's new. I can try to look that up and email you who that is, Brent, but.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. Well. I'm looking.
Yeah.
No, this is the signature on this is the chair of the committee, which is Callie. But I will look up that name and get that to you, Brent.
Meadow something.
Meadow something.
Meadow.
Yep.
Meadow Richard, Richie, something like that. Yes.
Yep.
I remember it was, yeah. Okay, we never voted on that yet, did we? No. Okay, so we have a motion to approve the WVU Extension Service FY27 budget in the amount of $16,200. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to approve the teacher's annual service personnel monthly, substitute teacher and substitute principal salary schedules for FY 26-27.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So Mrs. Cummings could not be here this evening, but she wanted to go ahead and get the board approval of the salary schedules for next year. She wanted me to make note that this is up to date, reflecting the pay raise that the state gave teachers and service personnel for the coming year. I believe that 200-day employees, professional employees, the raise that the state put forth was $1,560, and for service personnel, the raise was $870, and those raises are reflected in the new salary schedules that Mrs. Cummings has prepared for next year.
And by the same, the substitute teachers, substitute principal?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the teacher's annual, service personnel monthly, substitute teacher and substitute principal salary schedules for FY 26-27. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, down to routine business, and we have no policies. So we're at personnel matters, so resignations, leave of absences. First one is we need a motion to accept the resignation of Melanie Van Nook, special education teacher, Wirt County Primary Center, effective at the end of the 25-26 school year. Mr. McCown.
So Mrs. Van Nook spent a career worth of teaching out of state and retired and relocated back in this way. And she came and joined us for a year, but she's decided that she liked retirement pretty well and might like to go back to being retired. So she did do a good job for us, and I appreciate her time here. But per her letter, she is wanting to go back to join the ranks of the retired.
Would she be interested in the substitute job?
Well, she may.
I fully understand. Any other questions? It'd be nice if she would substitute for us. Okay, so we have a motion to accept the resignation of Melanie Van Nook, special education teacher, Wirt County Primary Center, effective at the end of the 25-26 school year. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to accept the resignation of Thomas Bennett, bus operator, effective May 1st, 2026.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So his letter is in your packet. He is taking a position elsewhere.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to accept the resignation of Thomas Bennett, bus operator, effective May 1st, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Any motion to accept the resignation of Jennifer McAllister, PBIS coordinator, Wirt County High School, effective at the end of the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So nothing to add. That resignation from that extracurricular contract is in your packet.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to accept the resignation of Jennifer McAllister, PBIS coordinator, Wirt County High School, effective at the end of the 25-26 school year. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. And I'll just make comment that everything I see, she did a tremendous job in that. Lots of good things for the students.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, need a motion to accept the resignation of Rebecca Miller, after-school tutor, homebound teacher, and alternative education teacher, effective at the end of the 25-26 school year. Mr. McCown.
So appreciate all of the extracurricular contracts that Mrs. Miller did for us. She did after-school tutoring at the primary center, worked with alternative ed kids and homebound kids when we had them, and did a tremendous job in all of them. So she is resigning from those for next year, and I truly appreciate the work that she did in all of those roles this year.
Questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to accept the resignation of Rebecca Miller, after-school tutor, homebound teacher, and alternative education teacher, effective at the end of the 25-26 school year. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. We're down to employment. Need a motion to approve the employment of Stacy Parrish, Special Education Coordinator / Gifted Teacher, Wirt County Schools, effective at the beginning of the 26-27 school year upon completion of all requirements.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So as the board authorized this position, we did post it, and we had two applicants that we interviewed. Mrs. Paris interviewed very well, had extensive experience with not only writing IEPs, but IEP and special ed compliance, running SAT meetings, running 504 meetings, and all of those compliance. And she is certified in a really large number of areas. I'm looking for that right now. A bunch of them. She holds certification as an administrator, principal certification, general science, secondary general science, secondary social studies, elementary K through 6, early education, pre-K and K, multi-cat special ed, K through 6, multi-cat special ed, 5th through adult, autism K through 6, and autism 5 through adult, reading specialist certification, and reading endorsement. So the only thing on the posting that she did not have was the gifted certification, which neither applicant had, but she has signed up to take the gifted praxis and to be able to have that this summer before she would start in that. Very knowledgeable of special ed, and I think would bring a wealth of experience to this position.
That's good news.
Questions? I'm impressed.
She was impressive.
I thought we'd be better than this thing till cows come home. But I'm impressed. Good deal. Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Stacy Paris as Special Education Coordinator / Gifted Teacher, Wirt County Schools, effective at the beginning of the 26-27 school year and upon completion of all requirements. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Motion to approve the employment of Misty McCulty, Cook 3, for summer food service programs as needed, effective June 4th, 2026.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So the next several are going to be summer positions that we have posted and filled. Misty was in the summer school cook position last year and is the successful bidder on that position currently.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Misty McCulty, Cook 3, for summer food service programs as needed, effective June 4th, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Robert Hickman, summer maintenance / groundkeeper as needed, effective June 3rd, 2026.
So moved.
So Bob Hickman, again, was in that position last year, and he is the successful bidder in that summer maintenance position for again this summer.
Questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Robert Hickman, summer general maintenance / groundskeeper as needed, effective June 3rd, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Melissa Dotson, bus operator for Energy Express and other extended school year programs as needed, effective June 16th, 2026.
So moved.
So she has been the summer school bus operator for the past several years, and again was the successful bidder on that position.
Questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Melissa Dotson as bus operator, Energy Express, and other extended school year programs as needed, effective June 16th, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Need a motion to approve the employment of Rebecca Miller, summer program teacher, K5, Wirt County Primary Center as needed, effective June 15th, 2026.
So moved.
Mr.
So
Kemp?
we posted that for 4 and we only got 2. So that is Rebecca Miller and Ashley Gano, and that's why the other 2 on the agenda were blank. We will put that posting back up and hopefully get a couple more teachers for the primary center summer school by the next board meeting.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Rebecca Miller as summer program teacher K-5 Wirt County Primary Center as needed, effective June 15th, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, we're down to, need a motion to approve the employment of Ashley Gano, summer program teacher K-5 Wirt County Primary Center as needed, effective June 15th, 2026.
So moved.
Same deal, right?
Same deal, nothing to add.
Questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the employment of Ashley Gano as summer program teacher, K-5, Wirt County Primary Center as needed, effective June 15th, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Almost forgot to take the vote. Okay, we're down to 7. The motion to approve the employment of Eric Cheeseman, summer program teacher at Wirt County High School as needed, effective June 8th, 2026.
So moved.
So
Yeah,
with the
go
high
right
school summer school, we only posted for 2 and we got 2 applicants for that, Mr. Cheeseman and Mr. Myers.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Eric Cheeseman as summer program teacher at Wirt County High School as needed, effective June 8th, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Thank you too to all the people that are doing that.
Yeah.
That helps tremendously.
Okay, and last but not least, the motion to approve Don Myers Jr. as summer program teacher at Wirt County High School as needed, effective June 8th, 2026. Same deal, right?
Don has done this for many years for summer school, yes.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve Don Myers Jr. as summer program teacher at Wirt County High School as needed, effective June 8th, 2026. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, and then number 9, 10 will go back out for bid and come back to us hopefully. Okay, we're down to new business. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, this is one that we tabled from last week, so we'll pick it up from the table. And I'm just going to, we're going to do each one separate. Okay, so it'll be, the first motion will be instructional materials adoption for personal finance, grade 9 through 12, McGraw-Hill personal finance. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Anything, Mr. Kemp?
So I would just say that with this adoption, I believe that all of these courses have selected the same textbook that they used the last adoption cycle. There's nothing new. With the health, there was only 2 options, Pearson and McGraw-Hill, and the one chosen for health and wellness is the Glencoe McGraw-Hill, which is the book that we had the last 5-year adoption cycle. So none of these adopted materials are new textbooks. It's just the new edition of the curriculum that we have been using.
Okay, so we're under motion on personal finance right now. We have a motion, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions? Here none, we have a motion to approve first personal finance adoptions materials, grades 9 through 12, McGraw-Hill personal finance. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, down to wellness. Need a motion to approve grades K5. First, let me ask. I'm going to take all 3 of these as one motion unless anybody wants one of them pulled out. Under wellness, there's 3 books. I'm going to take them as one motion unless somebody wants one pulled out. I'm happy to do that. Okay, so need a motion to approve wellness, K5, grades K5, the Children's Health Market, the Great Body Shop, grades 6-8, McGraw-Hill, Teen Health, grades 9-12, McGraw-Hill, Glencoe Health. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Any questions? I don't know if Mr. McCown can answer it, but.
Well, I know that for the Great Body Shop is about the only option in town for the K through 5 grades. And then with 6 through 8 and 9 through 12, there were only two, Pearson and McGraw-Hill. And McGraw-Hill and the Great Body Shop in K through 5 is what we chose the last adoption cycle for the previous 5 years.
Very good. Any questions? Hear none. We have a motion to approve the wellness adoption, K5, the Children's Health Market, the Great Body Shop, grades 6-8, McGraw-Hill Teen Health, and grades 9-12, McGraw-Hill Glencoe Health. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Okay, we're down to music. Same thing here. There's two under music. I'm going to take them both as one motion, unless any board member would like to have one pulled out. Okay, need a motion to approve the adoption of music, grades K-8, Music First, General Music, and grades 9-12, Music First, Band 1, 2, and 3, Music Theory. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Anything, Mr.
Nothing to add. I believe that, again, this is what Mrs. French has used in her music classes.
And it must be working.
And it must be working. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Proof's in the pudding.
Okay, so we have any questions? Okay, we have a motion to approve music, grades K-8, Music First, General Music, grades 9-12, Music First, Band 1, 2, and 3, and Music Theory. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Okay, we're down to art now. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, anybody would like to pull out any of those three for a separate motion? Okay, under art adoption, we have grades K-5, Davis Art, Explorations in Art, grades 6-8, Davis Art, Experience Art, and grades 9-12, Davis Art, the Visual Experience, Art 1 and 2, Art 3 and 4. We're delaying adoption for 1 year. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
You know, I remember a time when there wasn't an art book we could adopt.
Well, and that's the story with the Art 3 and 4. Nobody put anything to the state for consideration for those courses yet, so that's why they're delayed.
Any questions? Hearing none, we have a motion for art adoptions. Did I get a motion?
So moved.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Ms. Cheryl. Okay, we have a motion for art adoption, grades K-5, Davis Art, Explorations in Art, grades 6-8, Davis Art, Experience Art, grades 9 through 12, Davis Art, the Visual Experience, Art 1 and 2, and it just as a side note, Art 3 and 4 will be delaying adoption for 1 year. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it. Motion carries. Okay, now to county applications. I think they're still getting those in and working on them.
Them all coming at once. It's taken a little while to get through them. They will be on the next board meeting.
Okay, we're all good there. Okay, need a motion to approve the 26-27 pre-K calendar.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So in your packet, I didn't run off physical copies of this, but since we set the regular school calendar, I need to bring back to you the preschool calendar. So staff is starting on the 10th, and then the bigger kids are starting on August the 13th. Pre-K kids won't begin until the 19th. And then again, like in years past, pre-K is only going to run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So those Fridays are not on the preschool calendar. And the rest of the calendar days is going to run like everybody else, with preschool kids ending on May the 13th. So same calendar, starting a little later than the big kids, ending a little earlier than the big kids, and not students running on Friday, sums up the pre-K calendar.
Any questions?
Yes. So, Mr. McCann, I've known that they've had that similar schedule for a while. but is there what is the reason that it's 4 days a week instead of 5 days a week?
Because those kids, those teachers and the aides that are in there don't have a planning period on those 4 days. So they've got the kids from the moment that the kids get there until the moment that the kids leave. Those kids don't go out for specials or like gym and music and other things. They're there for the whole time. So to compensate for that, the aides and the teachers have the Friday off, and most preschools run in a similar schedule throughout the state.
Wood County's like that too?
Yeah, I don't want.
No, go ahead.
They're not all, they're planned.
Yeah, they're
They
planned.
have the whole day on. If the time works out the same. as
Yeah,
if
they
have-
don't get a
Yeah.
planning period in the course of their regular day.
Staff has 5 days a week.
Yes.
But student attendance is only 4 days a week.
Correct.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I know that we've been doing that for as long as I can remember, but I didn't understand why the students weren't there for that 5th day.
Yeah, because they are planning on that day. The teachers don't get typically you get a 45-minute planning period in the course of your day. Pre-K, they don't get that in the day. So they all of that planning time is on Friday for the next subsequent week.
Thank you.
Any other questions? I think that's a question that a lot of times our general public out there has too.
Right.
Yeah, why, because they see the teachers there, but the kids aren't there, but it's that whole planning thing. Okay, we have a motion to approve the 26-27 pre-K calendar. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Administrative Office of the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia for school-based probation officer.
So moved.
Commissioner McCown.
So this is renewing our current MOU that we have with the Supreme Court of Appeals for our school-based probation officer. Ty Starkey is in that role. This is for a 2-year term for the next subsequent 2 years. The previous MOU timeframe has ran out, so we were just renewing that for the next 2 years. With terms and conditions the same as they have been.
Yeah, I looked through it and I couldn't see difference, but there might have been some minor differences. I don't know. Any questions on the MOU? Hear none. We have a motion to approve the MOU with Administrative Office of the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia for school-based probation officer. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, need a motion to rescind the transfer of Edie McVeigh, supervisory aide, 2nd grade for 26-27 school year.
So moved.
Mr. McCown.
So we had a staff change and a resignation in a 2nd grade aide. When RIF transfer letters went out, Edie was the least senior aide in 2nd grade, and we needed one less aide in 2nd grade, and we needed one more aide in 1st grade next year. So she got a transfer letter transferring her to 1st grade. Since that other 2nd grade aide resigned, that vacant position is the least senior position. So I asked the board last board meeting to authorize that 1st grade aide. We're posted it and going to fill it, and that will let Edie stay where she is and not need to be transferred.
And that's how it should work. in a perfect world. Well, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have transfer, but okay. Any questions on that? Hear none, we have a motion to rescind the transfer of Edie McVeigh, supervisory aide, 2nd grade for the 26-27 school year. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries. We have no volunteers and chaperones tonight, so we're down to information. Okay, first board concerns. Ms. Stewart.
Yeah, we got one big thing coming up for 27, 28 years. We have to come up with a calendar for 900-hour students. Teachers have the same amount of days. I figured up we're 16 days shorter. That 900 is a minimum. So they can have more, but they gotta have at least 900. So that's something we gotta get started on. If we wait till January, we're too late.
So the state has asked for superintendents or board office employees. They've got the state divided up into 4 quadrants. So they've asked for volunteers from each quadrant to serve on a committee with WVDE to flesh out what that's going to look like. My own personal 2 cents, I don't know that it makes a lot of sense to have 200-day employees working 200 days and have a whole bunch less instructional days when we struggle to get scores up in math and reading, having 180 instructional days. But I still want to maximize the amount of instructional days that we have. But if we can tweak things to get some more snowpacket days, in case we have another winter like we had last winter, to utilize more of those, and perhaps a few more professional learning days for teachers to do professional development. But I don't look for us to bring forth the minimum number of instructional days that we possibly could and still have 200-day employees working a bunch of days without kids.
Yeah. There was a lot of things brought up that we were in Darren, and it's everything for the teachers sometimes need that plan, like the K teachers you was talking about a little bit ago. It sounds like every county's got to come up with their own. Is that right?
Well, there's broad discretion in how that you do it, and it's been kicked around out there. Some counties may be looking to do like a 4-day school week, which I think that would put a hardship on a lot of our parents having to come up with, a sitter or something 1 day a week. And I don't know that that's in my plan, but potentially a county could do that.
Right.
And so there's wide discretion in how a county could get the 900 hours and still follow along in requirements that meet that policy.
Yeah.
When is the state, does it look like the state's going to pull this together to have these quadrant meetings?
They just put that to us, and we had a meeting in our quadrant this week and are putting forth names, but they haven't set a schedule yet. They just ask for volunteers to serve.
Right. See, I'm of the mindset that, I think that it might be to our advantage, not yet, but somewhere, September, October, to come up with that same sort of, after our administrators have got that stuff in their mind, okay? Before we come up with a plan, that we do our own with board members, our own administrators, teachers, service personnel, and parents.
Yeah, we
And
may very well want to do the calendar differently next year and put forth like a committee that meets on a regular basis rather than, the rules up to this point have been the same basically forever, and various people have put forth the calendar, but we may want to do that whole process differently next year.
I think so. Darren, you sit in on that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, so it seems to me like this might be an area that we could really use the input from the LSICs.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they have multiple stakeholders there, and get their input. And at the end, when the decision is, I would definitely like to see some sort of presentation that we could give to the parents to explain the major differences, how it'll affect them and their children, so they can understand what what the rules are and how that would make specific changes, if any, for their students. Because my understanding is that the 900 hours, that the new rules set a floor, not a ceiling.
Correct.
That's correct.
And we are already above the floor, how we currently operate.
Right.
So when I went through that training, one of the things that come to mind is I don't want us to change anything that is going to diminish the academic performance of our students. Nor do I want to see something that's going to put an additional burden on the parents either.
Agree.
Yeah. But I think after, the administrators and our central office principals, whoever, have a little bit more guidance, a little bit more training, from the state, or not even that, just conversations, then you guys bring it back and we'll do the same thing within Wirt County and bring the LSIC something set up there, and more members, and, bring in another couple of people, make sure we have our service personnel have a say, and sit down and have those.
Well, and I think it might be like anybody that wanted to come up with a calendar and submit it, we have done that, but I think next year it might be better if we just have all stakeholders form a committee, and then the committee work together to come up with a calendar that everybody agrees on instead of a bunch of different options.
Because big changes like going from a 5-day to a 4-day week could also affect not just our students and our parents, but also local employers, businesses. It could have a series of cascading effects that we might not know about until we get their input.
Right. One of the other things they brought up too is if you do go to a 4-day, then childcare, that might be somebody you want to talk to also. I'm like you. One of the things I said, why do we have to change? Why can't we keep it the way it is? But one of the things is like the teachers need time, and then they don't have to work in the summer. Their regular summer break time. If you could figure out some way there to put those days during the year or end of the year to where they don't have to do that. But that's just some of the things we talked about.
I think it's a move in the right direction if we take and make it work for Wirt County. I think it has potential to be a positive force. Okay, so we're just going to keep reminding them. We get into, once we get next school year started in August and September, then start really trying to look at this. So when we roll around to time to do a calendar, we won't be running around trying to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah, agree.
Also, it'd be nice once you have your meeting and come up with what you have, to give us an email and let us know and outline maybe. Or
anything else, Mr. Stewart?
That's it.
Mr. Love. Mr. Cheryl.
Yeah, so with the end of the school year coming up, I know there's a lot of end of the year events. Big one that pops to mind for the high school's graduation, but each of the schools have one. Is there a spot that you would recommend people in the audience when they want to see what's going on, where they can look at it easily, either the school website or?
So I think that it's on the school website, and I think the schools have been putting that out on their Facebook page. I know the middle school and the high school have put all of their year-end stuff out on their Facebook page recently. And there is a significant number of things on each one. So,
thank you.
Mr. Moore. Actually, mine was the calendar. I had the calendar written down. So that's good.
Stole your thunder.
Also, I just wanted, to just hit again that we have a levy out there. And, we haven't done a lot of work and as far as the levy goes, because it's something that we've had forever and our people understand it. But I just want people to understand that how important the levy is to us, okay? And as far as the board goes, we're allowed to give factual information, but we can't
advocate for somebody to vote for something.
Okay, so what I'm going to give is factual information. Okay, I'm going to just take a couple minutes. Just a lot of times I don't think people understand what the levy does for us. Now, we're not talking about a bond to build anything. We're talking about our excess levy that we've had since in the 60s, okay, that has passed in Wirt County. And just to let people know, this levy furnishes those free textbooks, instructional supplies, equipment, services, and technology. And all you have to do is walk through our buildings and you see all that, okay? That if we didn't have the levy, it would really be hard to be at that level. And there's $302,000 through the levy that goes to that. And here's probably one of the bigger ones. It supports our co-curricular, our extracurricular programs through the payment of salaries, included to but not limited to athletics and band, and for student participation through student travel. Just like this evening we saw Mr. Golf here, okay? And I know FFA and different groups will come and ask for some money to help them travel. It also pays a lot of our coaches' salaries, not only coaching athletics, but those things like math field day, spelling bee, science fair, all those things that our people do. And they get
Their
that
bus
stipend.
travel for field
Bus
trips.
travel, field trips. If you pay attention, a lot of counties, in order to go on a field trip, kids have to raise money to take that bus. And we don't do that because of our levy, because our people are good to us. Also, it pays a salary supplement to both our service personnel and teachers, okay? It takes them just a little bit above that state minimum, so it does do that for our people. It improves, it maintains and improves student transportation, new buses, equipment, maintenance, and fuel. Okay, we get some of that through our state aid, but not enough to run buses to sporting events and all those other things that we do. And it also provides money, that extra money for our facilities, okay, to take care of the buy supplies and take care of our facilities. And we also, through our levy, which is something that doesn't happen everywhere, through our levy, it provides $19,000 to the library, which affects our students plus our population, and $17,000 to our 4-H extension, which is what we approved tonight for next year. Both of those things are within our school levy. So I'm just saying it's super important to us. If anybody in the public has, this is not an upgrade in your taxes won't change a bit because it's a continuing levy. If anybody has any questions, I please ask you to
And that full levy call will be in the paper for the 2 weeks prior to the election.
If you have a question about or want to see where some of this money goes, or where this, contact Mr. McCown or
Absolutely.
Karen Cummins is our expert again on this, on the levy and those monies. So super important to us. I know people are already voting, but I just felt like I needed to say that tonight, that it truly is important to us. That's all I have. Anything else for the good?
One thing, it says we're going to be again here in the next meeting.
So the only thing left to get done are the big restrooms to get finished. And if they can get those done before the next board meeting, we will try to have it over there. But our maintenance people are doing their regular job and then working over there as they have time. And so it takes a little while.
Okay, so at this time, our next regular meeting is May 19th, 2026, here at the cafeteria at 6 o'clock, and as you hear different. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank you.